Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Portfolio Website Creation Thingy. Today we're going to be working on the footer and the horizontal nav of our website. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to start by making the footer. I think that's probably the simplest part of this that we're going to make today. So we're just going to start by creating a div. And then we're going to put in all of the elements that we want. We're going to want a logo in here. We're going to give that, well, we'll just do ID logo. src is going to be images logo.png. I don't actually have this picture, so I'm going to have to go get one in a little bit. But right now we're fine. Then let's go ahead and put in our title. We're going to make this a div. We're going to do title, okay, oops, and this is going to be portfolio. Then, let's go ahead and put in our nav. We're just going to use nav tags, not so that we don't have to give it an ID. In here, let's also do a list. And let's make each one of these a link too. Okay. Oops. Alright, now let's just put some text in here. We're going to have home. We're also going to have a couple other pages. We're going to have the about. Then we're going to have the work page, or the part where we show everything. We're going to have a contact. These are all the pages I plan on making on the site. Okay, so this is what we have so far. It's not CSS'd yet, but it's time to go do that. Let's go. Alright, down here we're going to want to add our footer. We're going to give it a padding of, let's do like 3% on the top and bottom, and then 0 on the sides. Well, 20 on the sides. Let's actually do this in percents, just to keep it simple. And then we can set the width to 90... I got a math here. 94. We gotta do 3 times 2. That's 6. 100 minus 6 is 94. Okay. And then we are also going to want to change the background so it's a little bit darker. So let's just make it like this. And make it semi-transparent so it's just darker than what's around it. That was too much. Let's just do a much smaller number. Alright, that's good for now. And obviously when we put content in, it's going to be pushed to the bottom. But for now, there's still this space here. That is alright. Okay, let's also set the position of relative. Just for now. I don't know if we're going to need it or not, but that's alright. Now, let's see what else we have here. We have our logo. So let's style up that logo. We might have more than one logo in places, so I'm just going to do this just in case. Let's do a height and width of 32 pixels, though. And then let's go ahead and do that for now. We can change stuff later. We also want the title, which is foot title. We're going to want to do color. We already have that as the default color, so we're good. We need to do this font. And let's go ahead and do the font size. And let's do a text shadow. Okay. So this, let's just see what we have so far. Okay. These two didn't line up. We forgot to set this display to inline block. And let's also make this a skosh bigger. We'll do 3.6. Alright, there we go. Those are lined up pretty well, I'd say. Next, let's go ahead and let's make this 3.2 so it lines up with that, and then let's float this to the left. Well, the float didn't matter. Okay. Let's also give this a margin of 10 pixels. Okay. Just bottom. And left. Alright, now let's start styling our navigation. List style is going to be none. Display is going to be block. And position is going to be relative. And now, actually, I did do this wrong. We want to set the list as style down here. And we want to do all the list items are going to be inline block. Alright, now let's see what happened here. They should have lined up. Yep. Sweet. Now let's go ahead and let's float the whole thing to the right. And then let's style up our links too. We're going to do 333. Font dash size. Let's go ahead and hit it with a 1.6 EM. And I also want to make this text up here a little bit darker. We'll make it 3332. Alright, see what happens. Here we go. Now we got this over here. Let's get rid of the pesky underline. Oops. And let's give all of these list items a bit of a margin. Okay, let's see what happened. Here we go. We got this. We have that margin top. That's not going to work. So let's do 0. This way it'll only margin on the left and the right. Now it lines up with that better. Let's also make it so that when you hover over the links, that the font weight turns to bold. Oops. Okay, this one just have a nice little fluid look to it. This looks pretty simple for now, and simple is good. So let's go ahead and head over to flaticon.com and grab ourselves some nice little icons, or just one, that's alright, but we need a logo. We're not actually going to get an actual logo, we're just going to get a picture that you could customize into your own logo. So it looks like these are just all social media and stuff. But for now, I think we'll just do we have like letter L maybe we can use? I don't know. Alright, well let's just go ahead and do this. We'll just leave it like that for now. Except let's make the logo have a border. That so we can just make sure that we can see where it is. It's still pretty hard to see. But it looks like it's probably hard for you guys to see. Let's make this black. So it looks like this isn't perfectly lined up. I wonder, I know we already tried this, but I think if we float both of them, maybe it'll work. Maybe. No, it doesn't look like that worked. It just made it worse. Let's put that back, and then let's see if we can do vertical align. I'm not really sure how this works. I just know it aligns things in the middle. But there's, like, sometimes when it doesn't do anything at all. Like here, it didn't do anything. Okay, well, we're just going to deal with this for now. This is good enough, I think. Except we want to put some information in here as well. So let's go outside of the nav and put in a span. and this is just going to be some information. Maybe you want your copyright information down here, and you want the date, of course, and then maybe the copyright symbol. I think it's at copy, like that. Okay, so now we got a little copyright down here. It's kind of nice. Let's actually space it down a little bit more. And I don't think we need such a harsh padding bottom for the foot. So let's make the top and bottom only 1%. Okay, let's keep this at 3. Let's put this at 2, and then we'll change the padding. Oops. To only 1%. This should... Yep, there we go. That's nice. Except we're not long enough here. Sorry, my voice just went. This needs to be 6. Okay. This is good. I like this. Alright, now let's just put in some dummy content so that this goes to the bottom just for now. Do a section tag. Actually, we'll use centers, because most of our content is going to be centered. Okay. Yeah, I see what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, now let's just add that class into here. We'll do it kind of in order of how it goes, so after the subtitle here, we'll just give it some space. Yeah, 3%, 0, width, 100%. Okay, so now we got some space. It's still not at the bottom, so let's just make a fake header. Let's first style our header. Give it the same font family as all of our other big important ones. Oh, gotta make it first, right? Let's just make this the beginning of the about page. Go. Now we have that there, and now you can see it's actually at the bottom. So it's just to show you that it will actually go to the bottom. So here we go. Here's our thingy so far, and we'll probably add more content to this as we go along, but for now this is good enough. None of these links do anything yet, they just reload the page, but we will have them scroll to the correct position on the page once we've made all these things. Alright, so now let's move on to the horizontal navigation. Alright, let's do this. Here we go. So we're going to put this up above the head. It's actually going to go... Actually, we can just put it down here. We're going to have... Let's just do a nav tag again, because we defined this nav tag as the nav tag inside of the foot, so we can use this up here. We're going to do the same thing, so we might as well copy this up here. And so what we can do is we can go down to all of this and copy it. Put it up where all of its friends are. Okay, and then let's just get rid of the foot. Okay, and so now we should have that right there. Perfect. What we want to do next is we want to, let's just put this all inside of a horizontal nav. Okay, and we can use this and we can put the logo on the side and everything too. Oops, forgot the slash. Okay, let's just make sure all this is tabbed correctly. Okay, and then we might as well add this to make sure it only messes with those just for safety. Then let's go ahead and style up the horizontal nav. We're going to say width of 100% and position fixed, so it'll stay up on the top of the screen. And we just set top to 0 and left to 0. And we should get that going up there. Okay. It is a little bit hard to see. Okay. Now if we made it white, it would be hard to see down here. So you want to find a color that contrasts with all this, or we could just make it white if it's on. We can make it white if it's on the thing, and black if it's not. We'll really worry about this later. Let's finish up the content for the horizontal nav. So let's go ahead and put in our logo. Give it image/logo.png. Okay, then let's just steal this again, because the reason I wanted to do these together is because a lot of this stuff is just copying, and we really could use the same styling. I don't know why I'm not. I might do that towards the end. Where's the image here? Here we go. Back up to here. We'll just change. Well, yeah, let's do this now, because it's all the same. There's no point in having different stuff when we don't need it. So this is just going to be hashtag logo. That can stay foot title, but this is going to be all navs and all, not just inside of the footer. Okay, now this should still work. Yep. And now we've got a logo over here. Alright, sweet. So one other thing I want to do is I want to put this logo, I want to give it some, we'll just do inline styling so we don't have to mess with everything. We'll just give it a 10 pixel margin from everything, and then I'll put it down up here like this for now. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching this episode, and I will see you next time when we get around to putting in some more content, grabbing ourselves a logo, and finishing this thing up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.